Before we get started, please take a moment to click that thumbs up. It really helps. Thank you. Okay, in this video I'm going to talk at a fairly high level and talk about resources that I use in my research for finding places that would be suitable bug out locations, if you will, places that you might want to move to. It goes into a fair amount of depth. I bought a copy of it about 10 years ago, and it rates each state, gives it a rating of 0 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the best, 0 being the absolute worst, as far as where you might want to be in a grid down without rule of law kind of situation that could come about for any number of reasons. Smart guy, this Joel Skellson. There's some pretty good reviews of this book on YouTube. I highly recommend that you pick a copy up. Just wherever you happen to be living, you might want to know what that area is rated and why, for purposes of determining if that might be a place that you might want to leave. I found this book to be absolutely fantastic. He goes into detail as to why he rates a state the way he does. He takes into consideration a lot of things. For example, is the area where you're at a likely target of a nuclear strike? Give you just an example. I live in Northwest Florida, and there are a number of military installations. There's Pensacola Naval Air Station, there's Eglin Air Force Base, there's Tyndall Air Force Base. Any one of those could be a potential target. So if a situation was getting bad, you might not want to be near one of those places. Another thing that he talks about is the fact that where you're living, how difficult is it to get out of there? Obviously, if there's only one or two ways out of there, then in the event of a population exodus out of there for whatever reason, there's not a whole lot of options. Where I'm at, in the event of a hurricane coming, for example, there's basically 2 routes out of here. And having evacuated from hurricanes on a number of occasions, I found that you don't want to wait until the last minute to get out, because, when we evacuated from Hurricane Opal, the 2 routes out of here were basically a parking lot, and I'd rather be hunkered down somewhere than be stuck out on the highway not being able to go anywhere. So when we left, we got up onto the interstate and it was a parking lot, so we went down the breakdown lane, took the first exit off of the interstate, and then we just started working our way north and east via back roads. So he looks into that kind of situation. So I recommend that you pick up this book and read it, study it, because it'll be a big help in determining where you might want to consider for a bug out location or a permanent relocation, depending on your situation. Having read the book myself, I found that he takes into consideration a lot of things in his analysis that the average person would never think of. Another tool that I used in my searches is LandWatch.com, and you can go down here and you can type in a city, a county, or a state. So let's type in Arizona, and you hit enter, and then it comes to this screen, and you've got this filter over here that you can click. And what it does is it shows you searches for Arizona, shows you Phoenix and Central region. There's 5,094 properties, and North Central region there's 4,773. And if you scroll down, lists counties and the number of properties in the various counties, and scroll down some more, shows you by city number of properties in the various cities. And if you scroll down some more, you can see that properties in the range of 0 to 49,999, there are 4,449. And you can, down here, if you say I want no minimum, but I want only properties that are no more than, say, 5,000. And click add, and then down here you can pick from categories as far as the size is concerned. And if you want to put in, I want 5 acre minimum and no more than let's say 25 acres, and then you go over here and you click on view results, and it pulls up what it found that meet the criteria of what you specified. And as you can see, this first one here meets the criteria. It's less than $5,000, so it's $4,999, and it's 5 acres. It's located in Concho, Arizona, which is Apache County. And if you wanted to look at the details of that property, you just go over here and click, and it brings up details on that property, contact information, some verbiage, and so forth. But that's the LandWatch. It's a pretty good site. I've used it for a while. Haven't been on it for a while now, but just wanted to show this to you. There's a lot of properties out there that there's no qualifying, no credit check, nothing like that. You just got to make a 10% down payment, and they'll finance it for you for up to 15 years, 8-10%, something like that, because it's not like you can pick up the property and run with it. So it's a lot of opportunity out there if you can come up with the 10% down. You don't have to worry about whether you get good or bad credit. Well, that's a wrap for this presentation, so cue the music. If you enjoyed the video, then hit that thumbs up for me, and I'll see you in the next video.